Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. I want to come on real quick because I want to start doing new EYUs and morning and good morning lives like I used to. So give me a minute right quick while I try to get this thing started. Um I want to be able to see what it is that you guys see and hear what you guys hear. So this morning we're gonna embrace our ugly, and that's everything that makes you unique, genuine, love, and simply you. Ugly things in life are displeasing. A word ugly alone means displeasing to look at. So we're gonna investigate this even further because when you realize that life can throw out some ugly things at you, you start to manifest um ugly dispositions. And one of the ugly things that we manifest when we go through things in life is the eye of offense, right? You're always offended. Something always offends you. You know, you're not even sure why it offends you. You just know that it offends you. And when you're walking in the eye of offense, right, that's you're always looking for something. You're always trying to judge something. You're always trying to figure out what's the next negative thing. You'll say stuff like this, like, oh, I ain't even worried about it because I know they ain't gonna speak to me. Or you always identify and notice the negative things that happen in any situation. You're the one that's gonna be like, oh, see, I told you, you saw how she was looking at you, you saw this. But why are you always in the eye of offense? A lot of times when you've gone through a lot of things in life, things that have happened to you, this is where you tend to sit. You're always offended. Somebody always offended you. Something always is offensive. They said something. So now they got an attitude because I told you. No, it's your vision. It's your view. And until you realize that it's you, it does not mean that what you see was not correct. But why is it whenever you go to do something, whenever you want to go somewhere, you are in a group of people, you're the main one within the group that can identify the offense, that can identify, oh girl, you seen how they looked at you sideways. Girl, no, that's the eye of judgment. So I like to give definitions. So walking means to move at a regular pace by lifting and setting down each foot in a turn. So this is what you're doing. And when you walk into a room, and I know y'all thinking I know what walking is, and that could be possibly true, but I'm trying to explain it to you. When you walk into a room, right, and you're already on guard, you're already ready to be offended, right? You entered that place willingly, right? And now you're already established that you're going to be offended by something. So we're going to discuss what the definition of offense is, because if you don't know what something is, sometimes we be saying stuff and we're not really sure what that means, right? It's a breach of a law or rule, an illegal act. And I want you to think about every time you walk around in the eye of offense, you're walking around in an illegal act. You're creating a situation. You already ready to pop off. You already ready to say something. You're still offended by something that happened to you 13, 14, 15, 16 years ago. And you want to act like you all big and bad. Oh, I already knew that was going to happen. That's because you are constantly walking in the eye of offense. You want to be offended. You want to be right in your delusions. It doesn't, I'm going to say this again, it does not mean that. It does not necessarily mean that that person didn't look at you sideways. It does not necessarily mean that they didn't say what they said that they said. However, why are you offended before you even entered somewhere, before somebody said anything to you? Because your vision has been tainted by the things of life, right? What is another definition of offense? A thing that constitutes a violation of what is judged to be right or natural. It's not natural to always walk in the eye of offense. It's not natural to always be offended. It's not natural that everywhere you go, somebody always saying something negative about you. They're always saying something that you don't like. Oh, I told you, don't worry about it. I seen them, sis. I seen them, bro. Or I ain't saying nothing else to them. And a lot of you are offended, not by right now situations. That's not what got you all offended. And that's not what got you all in your feelings. A lot of this stuff is an action of attacking someone or something. Someone or something attacked you. Something happened in your life that now it does not matter where you're at, that thing shows up. Right? That thing manifests, that offense, that thing that wants to hold you captive. You go all the way back in your head to when you was little and you say nobody ain't like you when you was little, and now you're an adult and that's the same thing, because now your vision has been clouded. It's blocked. You don't got no good peripheral. All it is this. All it is they don't like me. All it is they've been talking about me since I was a kid. That's all you see. It's all the negative things that are taking place, and you're not allowing yourself to clean your glasses, clean your lenses. You want clear vision. You don't always want to walk offended. You don't always want to walk angry. And how do I do that, Tisha? How is it that, how can you say that? Because this happened to me, and this happened to me, and this happened to me, and this happened to me. And right now I'm just on guard. So when you want to take a rest, because the only way you're going to get that rest is when you clean them lenses and you start walking around waiting to be offended. You start walking around waiting for somebody to say something negative to you. You start walking around waiting for somebody to trigger you. When you walk in the eye of offense, you're waiting to be triggered. You're waiting for somebody to say something that you don't like or that you're not sure about. So then what happens is, as you sit there, right, in that, it does not feel good. Walking in the eye of offense is a heavy place to sit. It's not a nice place to sit. It's not somewhere that we always want to sit. But when you don't understand that I'm offended because of this, why am I mad at this person? This person didn't even do it to me. And because you're not clear on your vision, you'll walk into a room and somebody's already laughing and this, that, and the third, and your eyes say, oh, they ain't start laughing until you walked in the room. Remember, that's what happened every time you go somewhere. Wait a minute, how we got there? Because now you're carelessly enabling the wounds of your past. And you're just putting it on. Every time you get dressed, you put it on. You put that offense on. Every time you go somewhere, you're putting it on. Why? Why are you wearing it? Because life has conditioned you that this is how you have to be. I hate when people say that. Well, I got to be this way because I've been through some stuff. I've been through stuff too. I already know what it's like to battle low self-esteem. I know what it's like to walk in the room and know for a fact that somebody is talking about me. Know for a fact, I ain't got to guess. Know for a fact that they don't like me. But if I walk in every room in my life and assume the negative, if I don't change my perspective, if I don't change my view, I'm going to be 46 years old, stuck in like a 12-year-old mindset. I don't want to do that. So this perspective, the eye of offense, right, is an essential member that tends to magnify flaws and outcomes. So what happens is you always going to notice the flaw in something. When you walk in the eye of offense, you always notice the flaw. You always notice what's not right. And the thing is, some of us walk in the eye of offense with ourselves. We honestly magnify the negative things that we see, the shortcomings. We don't know how to sit in the fact that it's okay. You keep looking for perfection, and you're not even sure how to get it. You don't even know where it's supposed to come from. So when that happens, this perspective often leads to a focus on criticism and judgment rather than understanding and empathy. So when you walk in the eye of offense, you are walking in criticism and judgment. You are quick to criticize, but you don't want nobody to criticize you. You are quick to judge, but you don't want nobody to judge you. When you walk in the eye of offense, you are looking for a fight. You are looking for an argument. You are looking for that thing that's going to just sit there because you want to be angry. You want to be mad. You want to be offended. And because you sat there so long, again, life has conditioned you to think that this is how it has to be. I've been like this my whole life, ever since I could remember. Well, that means you're going to have to work out really hard to clean your lenses, right? Individuals walking in the eye of offense may find it challenging to see the positive aspect of a situation or a person. See, you want to be forgiven for your deeds, but you don't want to forgive somebody else for theirs. You want to walk in that because it's challenging to find a positive aspect in something, right? My father was not the best man, right? He was not the best dad. And he did things in my life to my mother that I don't know. In my mind, I was like, I don't ever forget this. But You can't hold that stuff like that, because no matter what he did, I was gonna find it wrong. If he was supposed to take me shoe shopping and he took me shoe shopping and he didn't get me no jeans to go with the shoes, then I'm gonna be offended. But he got me the shoes. Why can't you focus on the positive? Because you are in a negative mindset. You got to shift your mindset, right? Because in doing that, this will free you, right? It can be detrimental to relationships and personal well-being to constantly view the world through this critical lens. This is devastating to you. This is why no matter what happens, no matter where you go, no matter who you're around, you're always picking up the dirt. You're always leaving injured in even a more judgmental state, because you don't know how to remove the eye of offense. And the thing is, you're not even trying to remove it because you don't see nothing wrong with it. How long are you going to sit in that and think that it's okay? It's okay for me to be angry with people that ain't done nothing to me. It's okay for me to be upset and mad at somebody because I'm assuming that they looked at me and rolled their eyes. I am assuming that they're talking about me when I walked into a room. Let's forget that they might have already been having a conversation. Let's forget that they might have been looking at something in my direction and it was not me. Let's just bypass all of that. You don't have a good view. Your lens of the world is critical. And again, that authentically could be because of what you went through. But how long are you going to use that as an excuse? How long will you use what happened to you at 4 as an excuse to act a fool at 44? How long is that thing going to control you, right? Shifting your mindset shifting to a mindset of openness and positivity can help individuals break free from that constraint of the eye of offense. The eye of offense is constraining. It's a jail. It's like prison, and it's got you locked up. You are not free, and you will not be free until you correct your vision. How do I correct my vision? Stop looking for the negative. If you look for something negative, you're going to find it. And in the beginning, because you sat here for so long, listen, I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. Life can be very ugly at times, and life will throw some stuff at you real quick and fast and in a hurry, and you don't even know how you got there. If I wanted to be angry and upset, last year was the year that I could have just went ham. Last year, I lost a lot of things. Like, I had to stop doing a lot of things between 2022 and 2023. I was just getting hit. Life was just doing what it do. But why sit in anger? Why automatically assume that it's going to be bad news? Why automatically assume that they're going to say something negative? Why automatically assume that when I walk in a room, they're staring at me and they're looking at me? Could it be my own insecurities magnified? And now I'm just simply trying to project my true thoughts and feelings about myself on someone else. I'm not necessarily angry at that person. It could be that I'm angry with me. But because I walk in such a crucial lens that determines, see, the eye of offense determines your mood and your emotions. It determines your reactions, your replies, and your responses. The eye of offense controls your comings in and your going out. It controls so much of you that even when you want to be happy, you can't, because the eye of offense waits for you to get, you know how you get comfortable and you don't find that one person you connect to, or that one friend, or that one thing you really like, and then bam, something happens and you like, I knew that was going to happen. I knew. If you knew it, that means you're constantly waiting for the negative. You know how they say, waiting for the other shoe to drop. You don't have to sit in that. You're not obligated to sit in that. But you got to get the work. You have to do the work to remove yourself from having that, to have clear vision, right? To be able to see the things as they are and begin to understand that I no longer want to live in a critical lens of the world, because you'll never be happy. So until next time, remember to embrace your ugly. And that's everything that makes you unique, genuine love, and simply you. Don't continue to walk in the eye of offense. It's not worth it. You guys have a great day. Until next time, love ya.